My name is Tom Tran, and I'm a database administrator at the Massachusetts Convention Center Authority. We have 3 convention centers, and 2 in the Boston area and 1 in Springfield, Massachusetts. And we're basically an ISP. Our product we sell to our customers is internet service and electricity. So, on the back, the main money generator for us is internet and networks. So I do a little bit more of supporting the back end for these services. So my day-to-day activities can range anything from second-tier help desk escalation, to email systems crashing, and it's a difficult, it's difficult too. We're still kind of a small company to deal with kind of the wide breadth of tasks, but anything that comes your way, you just got to deal with it. I do love my job. You go through phases up and down where there's the grass is always greener on the other side, but it's really what you make of it. There's people at work who hate it. There's people at work who love it. So it's for me, where I'm a real social person. I love people. I love working with people. I love kind of just problem solving. I've surrounded myself at work with similar people who kind of between us, like, we all kind of build ourselves up and make work a great place to be. Basically, I chose a path I followed the path that my family and parents would have liked. So it was kind of something that it was towards medicine. I wasn't a huge fan of it, so I tried it out 1.5, 2 years, and it just wasn't for me. So during that 1.5, 2 years of full-time school, I was working part-time at a small company too. I was kind of the IT guy, and then I was also doing things on the side. So on the weekends when I'd come home, I'd go fix someone's computer here or there. So all along, that's kind of what I was doing on the side. So as I chose to shift my education more towards an IT degree, then this part-time IT work turned into a full-time job at a small company, and then after a while, at first it was just basic network IT support for his company, but then as time went on, we were a high-tech company. We did building automation controls. They involved me more and more with the back-end, network programming of these devices. So that was pretty cool. Got me my troubleshooting skills really honed there, because they weren't computer systems per se, but they were a cooling system in a building. You basically break down the network. One section is cold, one section is hot. And they kind of break down where the problems are happening. With my experience here, it's certifications are definitely huge. It gives you a leg up on kind of other potential candidates who may not have kept up to date with the technology. So definitely the certifications and just the ability to learn the different technologies, because you have so many different vendors out there now. They have all similar network programming languages, but you have your Cisco's. We're an Extreme shop, so it's kind of just don't dig yourself too deep down the hole where you know one specific vendor very well, but kind of understand the core underlying technologies that make things work. And then once you get to your position or whatever company you're going to, now they have a vendor's product. Now you understand how things work before even knowing the exact languages to make them work. There's 2 main things, but I think definitely stick to your passion. I know for some people it may be difficult because the passion is somewhere off the beaten path. But if you stick with it, you will love your job, you'll love your career, and you have different goals to accomplish, but you'll make it, you'll get what you want by following where your heart takes you. Because if for some, even for me, my first job, it was nice, I learned a lot, but kind of it wasn't where I wanted to be. So it was a job to pay the bills. However, now where I'm at now, it's all these different doors are there. I can do whatever I want. I can learn whatever I want, take whatever path I want, and that's awesome. And the people I work with are fantastic. So you just be open to things, follow what you like to do, because if you're doing what you love, then you will make it a better environment for yourself and your coworkers and teammates. Because if you're miserable, you go to work every day. You're just going to drag everyone down along with yourself.